Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And I got a question from a subscriber, and he said he's 28 years old. His girlfriend is 25 years old. They have one kid. They live together, and her mother stays about 10-15 minutes away, same town, and she always manipulates the daughter for favors, money, and her words never match her actions. She's always baiting and switching and making promises, and she never delivers. Man, you know what? There's a lot of mothers out here like this in American society, and no one really talks about a lot of these types of mothers, because in American society, women, they give mothers a pass. They give women in American. Let's just be honest. Most women in American society, they don't hold them to be accountable and responsible for their actions, and that's part of the problem. And when it comes to dealing with your girlfriend's mother, you got to be very careful. Because it's a very thin line. Because it could go bad, because that's her mother, and it's only but so much that you can say or do. And I've seen a lot of people, males and females, lose at trying to compete against the mother. And you don't want to do that, because you're going to lose. What you want to do is be supportive, be positive, because a lot of mothers more than likely raise their kids to be a certain type of way, and she knows what buttons to push to manipulate and get whatever she wants out of her daughter. So you can't give too much advice. You can't be bold. You can't make bold statements. What you can do is say something like, whenever your girlfriend feels bad or sad about something that her mother did, you can say, it's gonna be all right, babes. I love you. I just want to protect you, and I think you should do this. You know what I'm saying? You say something like that. Don't say, hey, you need to cut your mother off. You can't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because she might flip the fuck out if you say something like that. So you gotta choose your words wisely whenever you have a situation where you got a girl or a guy that you're dating, or maybe you're married to, and the parents just ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And this happens a lot in America, because all across America, and this is across the board. It's not a black or white thing or a Latino thing. This is just some mothers and some fathers just ain't shit. And it's much easier for women to manipulate their kids, because women are masters of deception and manipulation. Guys can never be as clever as women. It just can't happen. So, you always want to be positive. You always want to be supportive. You always want to, choose your words well. And you may make little suggestions here and there. And you kind of have to help her out, because sometimes some people have to learn through trial and error sometimes. And then sometimes you can also do things indirectly. Maybe you can move away from the mom since you live close. Sometimes space in between, believe it or not, that helps. And sometimes I remember one time there was a situation where my nephew, he was married to this girl, and her mom used to call for money all the time. When I say all the time, I mean like every week. She called every week for like a year. It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. Every week she called for money. Which made me think that either she's like super poor or she's a drug addict or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or she just horrible when it comes to money. Every week you're calling your daughter for some money? And then what you can do is if she asks for $100, tell her you got half. Tell him give her half. Don't give her what you want. You can do that too. Don't say, you can't tell her, tell your mom no. Don't do that. No, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you are probably looking out for her, your girl is more than likely is not going to see it that way. So instead of giving her $100, say, hey, don't give her what she wants. Give her half. You know what I'm saying? And after a while, some people have the attitude, they want what they want. They don't like the fact that you giving them what you want to give them. That defeats the whole purpose of even calling you to ask for money or anything. So if you keep doing that after a while, she'll cut back eventually. But you can't tell your girl, don't give your mom shit. No, don't do that shit. She'll flip the fuck out. And what happens is, a lot of these mothers that ain't shit, they're the main ones having kids all over the country. And when they raise these daughters, the daughter have what I call an identity crisis. She doesn't really know who she is at the core. She thinks she's somebody else, or maybe she thinks she's better than she really is, or maybe she thinks she's somebody else that she's not. And it's very confusing, as a person to be like this. And the mother, she knows this. That's why a lot of these mothers can always manipulate their kids, because they know how they raised them to be, But that's just, it's a tough situation to be in a relationship with somebody that has a mother or a parent that's like this, but it's just it's a part of some people's life. I'm grateful I never had the problem like that, Cause my parents, to me, they were like my heroes. You know, they were my biggest fans too. So, you know, but that's what I would say to that, man. You know, you just have to be supportive of your woman and try to steer her in the right direction indirectly. And you have to choose your words wisely. And you might have to back that up with tell her you love her, you know, how you feel about her and all that stuff. And it's a process. It's not gonna happen overnight, because you know, when it comes to our parents or family members, most people usually have to learn through trial and error. It's usually something that they have to learn on their own. If you tell somebody that they should cut their parents off, that's not gonna work. You know, that's kind of like a parent telling their son or daughter that they need to cut their boyfriend or girlfriend off. You know, they're not gonna really take that very well. So it's the same way between child and son or daughter, because you have to understand that there's unconditional love there. So you know that they're not going to love. 9 times out of 10, the daughter, your girlfriend, probably don't. Y'all not at that point as far as unconditional love goes yet. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there's unconditional love between mother and child automatically as soon as you come through the womb. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So hey, you know, just let me know what happens with that. You know, so if you got any questions, leave your comments below, subscribe to my channel, and check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. And until next time, Sharp Game is out. Peace.